we were kind of theorizing all year that maybe something was going on with maybe there was a split inside the team, the locker room, the coaching staff on whether Trey Lance needed to be there. Then the Niners got rid of a bunch of coaches this offseason, particularly on offense, particularly the quarterback coach. I just found a podcast he went on 3 months ago after he left the Niners, after he'd taken the job with the University of Kentucky as offensive coordinator. And they were just asking him, like, what do you look for when you're scouting quarterbacks in the NFL? And he just went through it in 20 minutes. It was very insightful. But when you just start taking notes and list the things that he looks for, Trey Lance is none of those things. I thought it was so, like, he's got to be a multi-year starter. If this guy's going to be a franchise quarterback and not be a bust, he's got to be a multi-year starter. What else? He has to have elevated the program. North Dakota State's good every year, no matter who they are. And he's got to be really good under duress in the pocket in college. Well, North Dakota State has a great offensive line compared to the Division II teams they face. So really, he is the kind of quarterback that Rich Scangarello is trying to avoid. It's kind of, the big, impressive athlete who can't play the position and has no experience, which is funny because, like, as a quarterback coach, I feel like you should want to coach that guy. That's the guy who needs coaching. That's the kind of project you should feel like I can do that, but not him.
So they asked him to leave. I mean, he didn't. Okay. So I want to say a couple of things. It's possible we might at least put out the inference that they didn't feel he was the best coach for Trey Lance, so they sent him on his merry way.
Mm-hmm.
We also know, though, that anyone you talk to can say some NFL assistant coaches are leaving the NFL and going to college because they can earn more money in college.
That is true.
Is that a true fact, Iggy?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Scangarello is making more money than Greasy right now.
And he's making more money than he made last season.
Good point. I would think so.
So this is something for you guys and ladies to look out for, that there is a certain movement of NFL coaches to college strictly for money.
Especially position coaches.
Head coaches. I'm talking position coaches.
Yeah, because position coaches are kind of getting the short end of the stick.
And they work so hard. They work
so hard.
Yeah.
That's what people say, like, hey, Steve Young should be the Niners quarterback coach. Does he want to work 90 hours a week?
No way.
I don't think so.
No.
So anyway, what was interesting? Go ahead.
These assistant coaches and coordinators, they're in the building when it's dark. They come in the morning, it's still dark. And sometimes they leave, it's dark. They never see the light of day.
It's absolutely true. When I was listening to the Scangarello thing, I was thinking, he's talking like a coordinator or a coach or a general manager, and he has his opinions, and he may be right. But it's too bad that Trey Lance had to spend a year with a mentor who didn't believe in him. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
And if that's the case, the Niners were right to get rid of him.
Yep.
They have more invested in Trey Lance than they do in Scangarello.
Yeah, and if that's the case, Scangarello really should have read the room and got on the bandwagon. Like, what do you think, man?
Iggy, maybe he didn't know how to coach a guy like that.
Maybe he didn't. Maybe his biases that a guy like that can't succeed just superseded any ability he had to coach a guy like that.
Yeah.
It seemed like his attitude is, well, I'll try, but it's freaking pointless. Okay, man. Well, why don't you just quit then and bring in someone who has a positive outlook here? I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
It seemed like he was just telling on himself the whole time. Like, gee, this is why they fired me. Okay. Thanks for telling.